Happy Monday, everyone. This is Chelsea with KWRI Marketing. Today, we are going to go over our command overview. So if this is your first time joining us for this class, welcome. This is going to be a brief overview of the command system. So we do have more detailed videos on our YouTube channel that you can go check out by going to YouTube and typing in KWRI Marketing. You can search for any topic that we will discuss today within the command overview, and you'll be able to find more detailed videos that go over those more in depth. If you have any questions during our class today, you can type them into the chat box that we have, and I'll do my best to circle back at them at the end of class and get all of those answered for you. And then as always, you can email us at support@scottleroymarketing.com. And I just went ahead and put that in the chat for you as well. So anything that you have questions on or we don't get to today, feel free to reach out to us and we will be sure to take a look at that for you. Let's see. Okay, so you should be able to see the command login screen. Can anyone see the command login screen? I just want to make sure that you guys can all see. Okay. Okay, perfect. That would not be helpful if you could not see that screen while we go through this class today. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and get started. So the command login screen is up. You can get there by going to agent.kw.com. You're going to see two boxes here, one where you're going to put in your username and the other one for your password. Your username is not case sensitive. However, your password is. So just make sure when you go to put your password in that if there are any capital letters that you do have that in the correct spot. Additionally, make sure that you do not have spaces either before or after your password, because that could also cause an issue signing in. And to take a look at what your password is, you can click on this eyeball button right here. When you click on that, you will be able to see what the characters are just to make sure that the password is correct. So once you are all set there, you can go ahead and click sign in. And it's going to bring you to your command homepage. So we're going to start off this class today by going over all of the different widgets that are on your homepage. So one thing I do want to point out before we get started is this page is customizable. So if yours is looking a little bit different in terms of the information that you see in these boxes, just keep that in mind that you can customize that. And I'm going to show you how you can do that in just a minute. But first, I want to bring you through all of the available widgets. So the first one we see is tasks. This is where you are able to see all of your past due or up and coming tasks. You do also have the ability to create a task right from your homepage by clicking on the Create Task button. Next, we have our events. So this is going to tell you all upcoming events that are happening within your market center. Additionally, below that, it is going to provide the preferred partners for your market center. And if you are part of multiple market centers, you will notice that there is a drop-down arrow here. So if you click on that, it will allow you to choose which market center you want to see the information for. Scrolling down, next we have our goals. So once you set up your goal setting, your goals will show up here. Recent leads, this is going to bring in a list of all of the recent leads that have come through. You're going to be able to see their name, and underneath it's going to tell you the source of where that lead came from. It's also going to tell you the time frame of when that lead came in. Next, we have our database health. So this is going to tell you how you're doing in terms of the information that you have in your database. So this is a really good sense of understanding what information you need to work on getting from your contacts. It's also going to compare you to other agents in your market center as well from this bottom section right here. So you can see how you are doing in relation to other agents. Next, we have a notepad. So if you need to write down any notes, you can do so here. Next, we have profit share. So this is where you're able to see all of your profit share information. And lastly, we have product updates. So if you're curious about any up and coming products that are being released by KWRI, you can find out all of that information right here. So scrolling back up, if we go over to the right-hand side, you're going to see a customize button. If we click on that, it's going to provide on the left-hand side all of the available widgets that you can add to your dashboard. If there's anything that you want to remove from view, you can just go ahead and click on the check mark. And once it is removed, that means it is removed from view of your database. Over on the right-hand side, you have the ability to rearrange your widgets. So you can do that by just clicking on a box, and then you can drag and drop the box wherever you would like it to be. Let's say, yeah, we'll do that. Database health. We'll go ahead and click apply. And then you're going to see that it automatically updates that for you. So next, if we go up to the top, you're going to see this header up here, and it should have at least 2 tabs, maybe 3. So the first tab is going to say command. This is how you can get into your command dashboard. Next is connect. This is what's going to bring you to kwconnect.com or your Connect profile. And then the third tab that you will only have if you are part of Market Center staff will be Command MC. So I'm not going to go too much into Command MC because it doesn't pertain to many of us. However, if you are part of staff or the leadership team, you will have Command MC, which is a tab that's going to allow you to see the back end of Command for your Market Center. So it's where you can find all of your recruits, all of your associates, see the back end of the opportunities, etc. Moving towards the right-hand side, we're going to come up to some icons. So the first one is our storefront icon. This is called the Marketplace. So the Marketplace is where you can go and set up third-party integrations to connect to Command. An example of something that you can find in the Marketplace is Twilio, which is a third-party integration where you are able to text through Command. The next is our bell icon. This is our notifications bell. You can see if you have a notification by the red dot, followed by the number, which indicates how many unread notifications you currently have. So if you go ahead and click on that notifications bell, it's going to show you your unread versus your read notifications. And then if you see this all notifications drop down right here, if you click on this, it will allow you to further filter your notifications based off of all of these topics that you see here. So we'll X out of that. Next, you're going to see your headshot and your name. And we're going to come back to this in just a second. So the last icon that we have all the way to the right-hand side is our help and information. This is where you're able to see guided tours, Keller Williams University. You can chat with support, or you can post an idea. So going back to our name, if we click on this, it's going to provide a drop down for us. Now, the first thing that I will discuss here is going to be the different profiles. So if you are part of a team, you are going to have 2 different accounts as you see here. In order to determine which one is your personal account, it's going to have your name and it will have personal underneath your name. If it is your team account, it will have your team name followed by your role on the team. To determine which profile you are currently in is going to be whichever one is showing up on top as you see here. If you want to go into the other account, you could just click on this other, you see how it gets highlighted? You'll just click on that and then it will move you into your other profile. So that's how you can go between the 2. Next, we have our referrals profile. We have my profile, settings, command training, and our logout button. So we're going to come back up to my profile and we'll click on that. So once you click on My Profile, it's going to bring you to your About Me section. This is the public facing information about you. So keep in mind that this is going to be publicly showing onto the KW website. If you do not want your information publicly showing, go over to the right-hand side. You're going to see it says Display My Profile on KW.com, and you have the option to choose yes or no here. Scrolling down, you will see your About Me section. So you will fill out the information here. If you need to edit any of this information, you can click on the Edit button. Keep in mind the only thing that you are not able to edit is your real estate license. So if you are seeing incorrect or outdated information here, you will have to reach out to your Market Center staff to update that on the back end. Below that, we have contact information. So it is showing a mobile phone number for you. And keep in mind, this is going to be a public phone number. So if you do need to change this to a different phone number, you can hit the edit button in the top right corner to make that update. Scrolling back up, now we're going to go to the left side again. We're going to click on My KW. So once we click on that, this is going to bring us to our system information. This is going to be all of the internal information about you. So this is the information that you provided when you were setting your profile up with KW. So this is where you're able to see your KW email. You can update your login credentials. You're going to see your personal information, demographic information, beneficiary, profit share bank account, and your sponsor information. Then over on the left-hand side again, you're going to see the last section is My Affiliations. This is just telling you what different, where your command is connected. So we have ours connected to the MLS, and it's going to tell you all of the market centers that your command is connected to. So you can click on that market center. It's going to tell you your role at that market center, as well as your start date at that particular market center. We're going to click on Command Home. We're going to go back to our name. And this time we're going to click on Settings. So this is going to bring you to your integrations page. This is going to show you all of the applications that you can connect to your command. So on the left-hand side, it's going to tell you the name of the application. In the middle, it's going to tell you the status of whether it is connected or not. And on the right-hand side, you have the ability to manage your connection. So as we scroll down, you can see DocuSign, Dotloop, Facebook. We have Instagram, Twitter, Gmail. So scrolling down, you're going to see a section that says Email Services. And what is under here is called Command Email. So we're actually going to move to the right-hand side and click on our Manage button. So what this is when you go to send out an email campaign through Command, you can edit the information that is going to show up to the contact that is receiving that email. The reason you have this ability is because Command Mail typically will send the email from a random email address. So this is allowing you to update your sender name and your reply to email. That way the contact knows who it's coming from. Below that, you have your monthly account usage. So this is going to keep track of the 5,000 available emails per month that you have. If you do hit that amount in a month, it is then just going to redirect you to the marketplace to manage your subscription. Over on the left-hand side, you're going to see we have quite a few different options of settings here. A lot of these go into more advanced settings, so I'm not going to go over most of them today. However, we are going to go to the third option down, Connect Settings. We'll click on that and we're going to click on Marketing Profile. So once we are in our marketing profile, This is all of the information that is going to be displayed on your personal Keller Williams website. So in the right-hand corner, you're going to see that you have an option again. It says use my information to brand my agent site. You can toggle this on green, meaning yes, I want my information to be publicly displayed. Or if you click this so it's grayed out, it's going to tell you that this information is not showing up on your website. So as you scroll down, you have 2 spots for your headshots and your photos. The first one's going to be your headshot. The second one is a team logo spot. So if you are not on a team, we still highly recommend putting a logo in here. It can be either a standard Keller Williams logo, a Market Center logo, or a personal logo, anything that you have. Reason being is when you go to send out an email campaign, it will automatically have 2 sections or 2 spots rather for your logos. So if you don't have anything in this team logo, it's going to show up as a broken image. So just keep that in mind when you are setting up your marketing profile. Scrolling down under My Details, you're just going to put some of the basic detail information about yourself. Keep in mind anything that has a red star next to it is required in order to save the profile. We have an affiliation section, so if you click on the dropdown, you can see all of the different options regarding military affiliation. Next, we have a biography, and you will notice that this is required in order to save the profile. So if you do not have a biography right away, you can bypass this by putting in a TBD or maybe a few periods, anything that will allow you to save the page without putting a biography in. However, we do recommend getting a biography in your profile. Next, we have some contact information, followed by brokerage information, compliance. So if there are any compliance pieces that are required from your market center, you will put those compliance pieces in here. And we do recommend reaching out to your market center staff just to confirm if there are any compliance pieces that are needed. Next, you have some social media links that you can put in, followed by your Google Analytics tracking ID. All right, so let's go back to our homepage. We're going to click on the first icon. That's going to bring us back to our homepage. So now what we're going to do for the remainder of class is go over all of the widgets that are on the left-hand side here. And before we get into that, I do just want to reiterate for anyone who has come in recently that this is our command overview class. So I am very briefly going to go through all of the applets on the left-hand side here, really so that you just get a sense of where everything is and what the purpose is. So if there's anything that we do not get to that you have a question on, or if you really want more of a deep dive, make sure to check out our YouTube page, Scott Lowry Marketing, where we have a ton of other videos that do a much more deeper dive into everything command. All right. So the first thing I like to point out is a little trick that we have. And if you click on this red KW box in the corner, you're going to see that it expands these icons here so that you can see what they all are. So we are going to get started by talking about our contacts. This is where your contact database lives. Then we have tasks, which are your follow-up or your reminders. Smart plans, which is where all of your drip campaigns are. Your referrals platform. Next, we have opportunities, which is where your pipeline is. Campaigns, which is for your social media advertising, your direct mailers, and your email campaigns. Reports is where you can find your reports and set up your goal setting. Designs, which is where you can create or find pre-made graphics for your marketing. Listings, which is where KWLS pulls from your MLS. And lastly, our consumer icon, which are the settings for our consumer app and our website. So we're going to go back up to contacts. And when we click on that, that's going to bring us into our contact database. Let me turn off, make sure we don't have any filters on. There we go. Okay, perfect. All right, so this is our contact database. If you have not added any contacts yet, there are two different ways that you can add them. So if we go over to the right-hand side, you're going to see you have a few buttons. The first one is going to be your import button. So if you click on that, this is where you are able to import a spreadsheet of contacts, meaning that you are able to upload multiple contacts at a time. So this is especially helpful if you are moving from one CRM to Command. This will allow you to just upload your existing CRM spreadsheet right into Command for you. There is a template that you can download, and it's going to provide a header of the information for your contacts. Then you can go ahead and upload them from your computer and click continue, and it's going to add those contacts in bulk to your database. The next option is going to be the add contact button. So if we click on this, this is going to allow us to add one contact at a time. So you can see that there's a lot of information that you can add about a contact. You can add a relationship, and what that does is it allows you to connect the contact to another contact that is already in your database. You can see that you can add email, phone number, a lead source, meaning where the lead came in from. You can add a tag as well. And a tag is it's something that groups contacts together, based off of a specific commonality. So as an example, if you had a contact that you knew from school, you can click on the school, and let me just show you. Okay, and if it's a new tag that you have not added yet, it will come up with the create custom tag button for you to create that tag right there. So you can add that contact to school, and then all of your contacts that are from school will all be grouped together under this particular tag. If you click on add more information, it's going to provide a few more drop downs where you can add additional contact information. Under about, you can add their birthday, their home anniversary. Under custom, you can add area of interest, favorite pie, etc. Anything else that you need to add to this contact. You'll go ahead and click create, and it's going to add that contact to your database. Next, we have our other option. So if we click on that, it's going to open up all of the exporting options that you have for your database. So you can export all of your owned contacts, or you can export into various mailing labels. Moving towards the left-hand side, we have our search bar. So if you need to search for a contact, you can do so by any of these search functions here. We have a filter option. So if you click on this, it's going to allow you to put in specific information to search for particular contacts. Next, we have a smart view. So this is basically saving a filtered option. So if you very frequently want to find all of the recruits that are in your database, you can filter out your contacts to find those recruits. Once you get that list of contacts, you can go to your smart view, click on create smart view, and it's basically just going to save the screen that you are currently viewing. So in looking at our actual dashboard, you're going to see that we have this dark header right here. This is providing all of the information that follows for that contact. Now, if there's anything that you are not seeing that you want to be added onto your dashboard, you do have the option to customize your columns. So if we click on this, we have on the left-hand side a list of all of the available columns. So you can see that there's quite a lot. If there's anything that you want to add, You can just click on the box to the left. Once it has a check mark, that means that it is going to be added. Then on the right-hand side, we can drag and drop again until we get it into the order that we want it to be in. We'll go ahead and click apply. And then at the bottom, you're going to see you have this gray scroll. Yeah, I guess it's called a scroll. So if we move over, you're going to see that now primary address has been added to our database. So next we have two different options of how we can view our contacts. So the first one is going to be our list view. That's what we're currently in right now. The other option is our icon view. So if we click on this, you're going to see that it does change the view quite a bit. We lost our header. Each of the contacts expanded, and the information is just presented differently overall. So ultimately, this is just really based off of your preference of how you would like your contacts to be seen in your database. Next, we have a hyperlink here that is going to provide how many contacts are in view out of the total amount of contacts. So for instance, if we had right now we are viewing 10 of 47 of our total contacts. If we wanted to have it show more, we can click on that hyperlink and change the amount that we are seeing at one time. If you do have multiple pages, keep that in mind that these arrows will be clickable for you to move throughout your pages. Then in looking at our actual contacts, in order to look at the contact card, you'll just go ahead and click on a name. It's going to open up the contact card. So on the left-hand side, you can see all of the information about that contact. And then on the right-hand side, you get to see all of the activity that is connected to that contact. All right, so that's everything for our contacts. Now we're going to go to our tasks. All right, so now we are in our tasks. This is where you are able to see all of your follow-ups or reminders that are connected to either a contact or to an opportunity. So if we're looking at the top, we have three lists here. We have our to-do list, we have our completed list, and we have our archived list. So if we move over to the right-hand side, you'll see a button that says create new task. If we click on this, this is going to allow us to create a task. We're able to link it to either a contact or an opportunity. And then you'll just go ahead and put the task information in. You'll go ahead and click create, and then it will add that task to your to-do list. In looking at our actual to-do list, you'll see that it is a list under here. We'll have our header at the top as well that will provide the information at the top that follows below it. If you need to look at a task, you can click on the task and it will open up the details for you to be able to see. And then from here, you are able to edit or you can complete the task. So now we're going to move to our smart plans. All right, so smart plans. This is a smart plan is basically a communication plan. It's different communication plans that you are going to set your contacts up on so that they are getting specific communication for you. So before I show you how you can create a smart plan, I like to show you the easier way to get it done first because we're all realtors and time is very precious to us. So it's easier to not have to recreate the wheel. The wonderful thing about KW is that everything is shared within this company. So we are going to move to our library tab. And when we click on that, it is going to provide an entire library of pre-made smart plans that you are able to add to your smart plan library and put your contacts on, which is just amazing. So in looking at the smart plans library, the first thing that we see are featured smart plans. These are going to be more of the common smart plans that you may want to get set up on right away. So you can see a monthly call plan. It's going to tell you a brief overview. It is going to show you the amount of times that it's been downloaded. It's going to show you a rating from other agents. It will show you the steps, the duration, meaning how long it runs, and the touches, meaning how many times your contact will be communicated through this smart plan. If you want to see what the actual steps are, you can click on View Steps, and then it's going to tell you exactly what this smart plan entails. From there, you can click Add Smart Plan and add it to your smart plan library, or you can just add it right from here by clicking the Add Smart Plan button. So as we scroll down, you're going to see that it's broken up into different categories. We have top rated, what's new. And then if we scroll back up, we do also have a search bar at the top. So if there's something specific that you are looking for, you can type that in. And you're going to see that we have 134 results based off of the information that we put in our search bar, which is pretty amazing. So when we look at this, you can see all of the different options that you have and that you can add to your smart plan library. So once you do add these to your smart plan library, it's going to show up under My Smart Plans. So now we're going to backtrack a little bit. So once you've added them, they're going to show up in this list here. It's going to tell you the name, how many contacts are on the smart plan, the created date, how long it runs, the total touches. And then you have your action items over on the right-hand side where you can add a contact, you can edit the smart plan, or you can either copy it, you can publish it to the public library, or you can delete it from your smart plan library. Now, if you do want to create your own smart plan, you do have that option as well. And you can do that by clicking on the Create button in the top right corner. Once you do that, it's going to bring you to the smart plan editor for you to then create a smart plan from scratch. So that is an option. So you can do either or, but maybe check out the library first. It will save you a lot of time. All right, so now we're going to go to our referrals. So the referrals platform, keep in mind that this is only for other Keller Williams agents. So when we get to our dashboard at the top, it's going to give you an overview of all of your current referral business. Below that, it's going to show you your referral network. So this is going to show you all of the agents that you have added into your network. And I'm going to show you how you can do that in just a second. But once you do have agents under this referral network, it basically just gives you easy access to be able to see their information and to send them a referral right from your homepage. Now, if you wanted to send a new referral out, you could click on the new referral button in the top right corner. When in doubt, go to the top right corner on every page. You have two options of how you can send out a referral. So you can find an agent. This is going to bring you to the map where you can, so if you have not connected with anyone yet, this will bring you to the map so you can find a new agent to connect and send a referral to. Or you can select an agent that is already in your referral network. So you'll see that the result will populate just based off of that list. Then you'll go ahead and put your referral information in. You'll click send and it will send that referral out. So if we go back up to the top, we're going to move to our next tab that says My Referrals. This is just going to provide a list of all of your referral business so you can keep tabs on what you have sent out and what you have received. Our next tab over is going to be our map. So if we click on this, this is going to bring us to the referral map. You're going to see the first thing is a search bar. The second box in is going to allow us to change how we are searching. So you have a few options. You can search by production, you can search by market centers, by my network, or by referral patterns, which is your referral network's referral partners. Let's just keep it easy. We're going to search by production. We're going to type in the area that we want to find an agent in. And from here, you're going to start seeing numbers populate, and you're going to see results populate in the search bar on the right-hand side. So from here, you can take your mouse and you can just drag your mouse around to move around the map. Just keep in mind that it is very slow because it is populating information. So the more direct you can be with your searching, the easier and the faster it's going to work. You can also scroll in with your mouse. And then the results will update based off of your view of the map. Over on the right-hand side in our search results, we do have a filter option. So if you click on the filter, you can choose specific information that you want a referral agent to have. You can click on Apply Filter. And then it's going to update those results. From there, you can click on an agent to see their information and their statistics. And then you have two options. You can add that agent to your referral network, or the next icon is to send them a referral. All right, so next we're going to go to our opportunities. The opportunities is where all of your transactions are going to live. So it is very important to keep in mind here that if you are on a team, know that your team pipeline will auto default every time you click on opportunities. So just keep that in mind. You can see it on my screen here that we are automatically in the team profile. Our personal pipeline is the second tab in. So if you are doing opportunities in both the team profile and your personal one, just make sure you keep in mind where you're creating the opportunity. Okay, so now that we're looking at our pipeline, we have two ways of creating an opportunity. So again, going to the right-hand side, we have an import button. If we click on that, it's going to allow us to import loops from .loop. So if you are utilizing .loop, you can import your loops. Next, we have a create opportunity button. So if we click on this, it's going to allow us to create a new opportunity for our pipeline. Anything that has that red star, just remember it is required in order to save. So you'll put all of this information in, you'll click create, and it will add it to your pipeline. Then in looking at our pipelines below, you'll see it's broken up into a few different sections. So we have listings, we have buyers, and we have leases. And then scrolling down, we do have some metrics at the bottom. So it's going to show you your ratios, plus your activity, and then a list of your closings for the month. So in scrolling back up, we're just going to take a look at listings. You're going to see that it is broken up into various stages, and you can see all of those stages here. There is an icon, and below that, there is a number. That number is indicating how many opportunities you have within that stage. So below that, you have your volume, meaning the volume of the combined opportunities, and then the average time that an opportunity is in this stage. So as we move over to the right-hand side, you're going to see that you have a GCI column. This is going to tell you your potential versus your probable income. And keep in mind that these numbers will adjust based off of you moving transactions throughout your pipeline. Then if you want to see what your where your opportunities are, you can click on the icon. This is going to open up your board view for your opportunities, where you can see all of your opportunities in their different stages. And then you can click on the opportunity to then be brought into the opportunity backend, where you can see the details, upload your documents, create your offers and commissions tab, write any notes, and see the overall timeline. So next we're going to go to campaigns. So this is our campaigns dashboard. Great place to start is going to be towards the right under the Get Started links. You're going to have a few options to manage your social posts and your email channels, manage your paid ad channels, meaning this will bring you into the integrations tab so you can make sure that your channels are connected with command, so that when you go to send out a campaign, it is going to be sent out via that social channel. Then you have some quick posts and some tips and training. If you're looking to create a new campaign, you can go to the top right corner. You have a Create Campaign button. You have 4 options, so you can send out direct mail. You can choose email, a social post, which is a free post that will go on your personal business, not personal business, your business social media, and then a paid ad, which is a targeted ad that you are paying for that will go out to people that are not necessarily friends of yours or followers or, whatever the word is for that particular social channel, but it's going to go towards a target demographic that you choose. So those are your 4 options within campaign. So you'll just select whichever one you're looking to create. It will bring you to the editor for you to start creating that campaign. Now, if we go to the top, you're going to see we have a few tabs here, one for each of the campaign options. So if we click on paid ads, this is going to provide helpful links over on the right-hand side for the paid ads. Below that, you can click on the different links based off of the goal of the paid ad that you're trying to send out. And below that, all the way at the bottom, it's going to show you an overview of all of the paid ads that you either have in active or draft status. Going back up, we're going to move to our next tab. So this is emails. This is going to provide metrics at the top of your email campaigns, followed by an overview of all of the campaigns that you have sent out. Next, we have direct mail. So again, this is going to provide an overview of all of your direct mail campaigns. And lastly, we have social posts, which is where you are able to see your live and your scheduled posts. And you can create a social post right from here by choosing the day that you'd like it to go out. And then it will allow you to start creating that social media post. So now we're going to go to reports. So the dashboard is going to provide an overview of how your database is doing. It's going to provide a score based off of your database health. Then you have a sources section that will tell you where all of your sources are coming from, followed by your activity score, which is showing you how well you are doing in terms of outreach to your contacts. So scrolling back up, our next tab is going to be reports. If you look at the hyperlink towards the top and click on the dropdown, you have 3 options. So you can choose a database report, a goals report, and an opportunities report. And then keep in mind, the more information you put in, the more information you will get out of this reporting section. You do also have an export option in the top right corner as well. Our next tab is going to be our goals. So this is where you are able to set up your goal setting. You can do so by clicking on the goal setting button in the top right corner. This is going to allow you to set those goals up, and then you'll start to see the reporting based off of that. Next, we have lead routing. So I'm not going to click on this because it doesn't pertain to most agents. It's only going to be available for those who are the rainmaker of a team. If this does apply to you, you should have this lead routing tab. And when you click on this, it's going to allow you to set up specific routes so that when leads come in, they are being dispersed in a particular way based off of how you have set it up. Next, we have emails. So this is just going to provide metrics based off of your email campaigns. And lastly, we have texts and calls. So keep in mind, you do have to subscribe to Twilio in order to get information out of this section. But once you do have a Twilio account, you'll start to see information populate based off of that account. Next, we're going to go to designs. So this is where you can see all of the designs that you're currently working with. You have two options in designs. So if we go to the right-hand corner again, you have import designs. This is going to allow you to import a design that you have created outside of Command. The other option is to create a design. So if you click on this, it's going to bring you into the design editor where you can find pre-made templates that are ready to go based off of a ton of different topics so that you can just plug and play your information into them and then send them out on your social, in email campaigns, etc. Next, we have listings. So this is where you are able to connect your MLS with your command. So in order to do that, you're going to click on Sync My MLS. You have two options. You can either search by listing address or by MLS number. So we're going to do it by listing address. You'll click Next. Then you're going to find your listing. You'll click Select in the top right corner and click Next. Then a pop-up is going to show up that is going to have you confirm whether you are the primary or the co-listing agent. So you'll pick whichever one applies, you'll hit Next, and then it's going to send an email to the email that is on file with that listing in the MLS. You will get that email, click Verify, and then it is going to connect your MLS to your command. So once that is connected, your listings will start to populate here. And from there, it will make your command system very integrated so that your listing information will automatically upload to other parts of the system as well, such as designs, email campaigns, smart plans, etc. The last thing we're going to talk about today is our consumer app. So under consumer, this is where we are going to take a look at all of the website stuff and our app URL link. So you're going to see three tabs up at the top. Let's start by going over to testimonials. So when we click on this, this is just going to provide a list of all of the testimonials that have come in through your website. So you can look at all of those here. Our next tab over is going to be collections. So this is where you are able to set up a collection, which is essentially a saved search based off of a contact's particular property information that they're interested in. So if you go over to the right-hand side, click on Create a Collection, you can set that search up for that buyer. And once they are connected and registered to the app, you can push these collections out to them through the app. All right, so now let's go back to my website. We're going to scroll down, and under my website settings, you're first going to see your website URL. So you can see that here. This is your specific KWRI. Below that, you have your app URL settings. So this right here that is grayed out, this is your app URL. Keep in mind that this is the URL that you want to send out and market to your contacts, because you want them to register for the app under your specific URL so they see you as their agent. And then you also get that Big Brother access to be able to see their activity through the app. So make sure that you copy this, and this is what you are marketing out. All right, then we have some preferences and we have forced registration. So if you do want a visitor on your website to have to register by putting their information in order to see properties, you can set that up here. Scrolling back up to the top, you're going to see an Edit My Website button. So if we click on this, this is going to bring you into the back end of your website. I am not going to go too in depth with this, especially because it is command overview, but I'm just going to briefly show you what it looks like. So at the top, we have our URL again for your team, or I'm sorry, for your website. Below that, we have quick start options where you can click on this and create either a blog post, an image, a testimonial, a video, etc. Below that, it's going to show you all of your default pages. So you are able to see the pages that are currently on your website, as well as any custom pages that have been added. If you go ahead and click on one of the pages, it will then open up so you can actually see what the page looks like, and you can make edits to that particular page. So this is what it looks like on the back end. On the left-hand side, it's going to show you all of the different sections that are on this page. So in the middle, it's going to show you a visual of what it actually looks like. So over on the left-hand side, let's say we want to make an edit to our listing list. We can click on this section, and it's going to provide a drop-down for you to make edits to that particular section. Once you make those edits, you're going to see those edits show up right here. So it's going to show you in real time what your website edits are looking like. Once you are set with that, you'll go ahead and click Save in the top right corner, and it will automatically update the website for you. All right, so that is everything that we have today for our command overview class. Thank you all so much for joining us today. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us at support@scottleroymarketing.com. And as always, check out our YouTube page, Scott Leroy Marketing, as well for more videos and tips. We will see you next time. Thanks so much.